Panic! Okay, I'm a little late here. Today's a mess. Let's see. I need to send out my going live message. Blah, 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 blah. Where is... Oh, that... There we go. Post that. And then... Let's see. And there. Okay. Anyway, good afternoon. So I got the cable technician coming later. They're supposed to come somewhere between 4 and 6, and I had them note that I want them to come as close to 6 as possible, because that's close to 6 is when my internet starts to go wonky. Like it's like 540-ish. So I just want to find out where things are going wrong. But I should probably be ready like around 4-ish, just in case they don't listen to my note and arrive early. I really hope they don't do that, but... Hey there, Octavio. Yeah, so today's gonna be like a 3-hour stream, but I really gotta get back to Umineko before I forget what's going on. Oh, you were so engrossed in your game, didn't see the notification? What are you playing? Let's see, so last time... I mean, Battler's still trapped in that room. Oh, you're playing Tevi? Nice. Nice. What level of difficulty are you playing on? Going like a normal first playthrough, or are you going straight to the hard difficulties? If you can go straight to the hard difficulties, I don't know. Okay, so we were trapped in the room. I forget what was going on at that point in time. It had like picnic, easy, normal, hard, and extreme. Started on hard. Very nice, very nice. Changed it to hard plus after. Huh? So not extreme, but like... What? How's that work? Where were we before? Blurred with tears, can't see. Message card that adorned... Oh, right. Battler was being a jerk to Beatrice. Beatrice made Battler cookies and he hated it. And everyone is sad. Sad. It was weird, it had easy plus, normal plus, and hard plus that you could change during games, so it's just below extreme. Huh. That is weird. Yeah, I don't know what to make of that. Like, if it's something to keep people from like going from hard plus to or from hard to extreme and then getting achievements for extreme, or I don't know. Unrelated to that, he's still getting bullied by crows. Understandable. They are pretty big bullies. Oh, you could change to extreme too. Okay. That is weird then. I don't know what to think of that. Really too hard. Well, they don't call it a murder of crows for nothing. Anyway, let's get into this. Like I said, it's going to be a shorter stream, so got to make the most of it. The flood of light and sound slowly dissipated. The silence that followed was not interrupted even by the sound of wind and rain outside that had once been present. Okay, so before this, Jessica and Cannon were enveloped by gold. Both Jessica and George timidly opened their eyes. Oh, you mean George, not Cannon? Or, oh wait, no. Right, because Cannon and Shannon were having like their little love competition. I don't know what else to call it. And it's like only one of them can be fulfilled. Okay, so now Jessica and George got teleported somewhere. Where in the world is this? And where is Carmen Sandiego? It was a strange room they had never seen before. It looked like a Western-style smoking room. Its furnishings were stylish and expensive. It felt like the room was some dignified person. There was a set of black tea on the table, as well as a chessboard, which seemed to be halfway through a game. However, there was something strangely out of place. The black and white checkerboard pattern made it feel like chess, but it looked like a very similar yet totally different game that no one knew of. And similar to how it both looked like chess and not like chess, the furnishings of this room, no, the room itself, though it seemed like a Western smoking room, it also felt like something completely different.
ここは一体
ジェシカちゃんにカノン君もシャノンはどこに
ジョージ様、私はここにおります。
Okay, they get brought in with them?
僕もここにいます。
Yep.
お嬢様、ジョージ様、このような場所にお連れしたことをお詫びいたします。
Is the killing about to start?
一体何がどうなってるんだい。シャノンが取り出した蝶の羽のようなものが眩しく光り出したと思ったら、
私もだぜ。カノン君が黄金蝶のブローチとかいうのを取り出したら、それが輝き出して。お嬢様、ジョージさん、まずはご無礼をお許しください。そしてどうか落ち着いてください。これから不思議なことが起こります。その不思議な存在は私たちを試すでしょう。
Oh. Hey there, VTuber Juliet X. Welcome. Follow that. Okay, well. Let's see. Originally next. Weird, it won't let me go to your channel. Who's this person? Okay, well, I'll follow for now and I'll check you out later. Thank you for the follow. And welcome in. Okay, where were we?
Tamesu? それがひょっとしてさっき君が言っていた僕たちが結ばれるために乗り越えなくてはならない試練というやつなのかい
I swear, this thing has some weird pauses sometimes. Like, I hit the next button, and it's just like, okay, now let me wait 5 seconds.
Shiren? お嬢様にはまだ説明していませんでした。
Yes, please do explain.
お詫びします。しかしどうか先ほどのお嬢様の言葉が本当ならどうか力を貸してください。僕も精一杯頑張りますからどうか。
私にはさっきから何一つ分かりゃしねえぜ。ジョージ兄さんは何か知ってるの？
一応はね、今の状況を君同様に驚いてはいる。しかしこれが避けられぬ試練で僕たちに不可欠だというならば僕は何が訪れようとも受けて立つつもりだよ。
試練？
カノン君、ブローチを。
The two of them brought the halves of the broken golden butterfly brooch closer to each other. As they grew closer, the strength of their bright yellow radiance increased.
ジェシカちゃんもどうか心の準備をしてほしい。僕にはすでにその準備がある。
Dang.
どういうことだよ。私にはさっぱりだぜ。一体何が起こってるんだ？
試練だよ。愛し合う二人のための試練。
George spoke these awkward-seeming words quickly and easily. It was such an embarrassing line that Jessica couldn't help turning red. But the expression on George's face, which was so serious that it was almost grim, forced her to tense up as well. Shannon and Cannon were just as serious. With a glow in their eyes, as though they were taking part in a sacred duel, the pair of them brought the two gold butterfly wings together. Then the wings they held became a single brooch, and regained their magical power. An even more intense light filled the room, and the scene was burnt into the retinas of all present. As the brooch shattered, and two shining things flew out of it. Way too dank.
人は愛のために生きるのです。
Oh good lord, what is this?
そう、愛こそは世界なり。
愛の力のなんと偉大なことか。
Oh, it's those two.
愛こそは全てなり。
Suddenly, the voices of two people they had never heard before rang out. What was it? Who were they? Yeah, it's these two. George and Jessica nervously opened their eyes. When they did, they saw that two demons had appeared there, almost as though the two halves of the group should become them.
おや、おかしいぞフルフル。どうして我らはこのようなところに？
Hmm.
本当に不思議ですわ、ゼパル。人間と家具しかいない。魔女はどこ？私たちを呼び出すにふさわしい魔女の姿はどこに？
ああ、僕たちは契約の魔女の名前をよく覚えているはずさ。呼んでみようじゃないか、フルフル。
そうね、ゼパル。私たちは契約の魔女、黄金の魔女の名前を知っている。
じゃあ呼んでみよう。
ベアトリーチェ！
Considering their exaggerated theatrical manner and their slightly comical style of talking, it'd probably be hard to comprehend their great power at this point. Huh? When the two demons called Beatrice's name, a cyclone of gold butterflies picked up throughout the room. Then it took the form of two golden witches.
あれ？ベアトリーチェが2人だわ。
僕たちだって2人だもの。ベアトリーチェがたまには2人だっておかしくはないさ。
こやつはわらわの分身にして妹だ。2人は同じにして1人と同じ。
はじめまして。お久しぶりです、ベアトリーチェ様。
私は夢を見ているの？
同感だね。しかし呆然自失するにはまだ早いよ。
Unlike Jessica, George had maintained his composure even during this bizarre scene. After all, Shannon had already told him what would happen next.
契約の悪魔たちよ、久しぶりであるな。ゼパル、それにフルフル。
ああ、お久しぶり。
Let's see. There they are. Furfur, one of the 72 great demons, controls love and tests others through trials. Furfur bestows endless, inexhaustible offensive power upon the maker of the contract, giving them enough courage to fearlessly overcome any barriers to their love. A trainer of love who teaches tame boys the taste of flesh is of a different gender than Zapar. Aha. Concern. Zapar. Yeah, one of the 72 great demons. Zapar bestows an ultimate defensive barrier of immortality upon the maker of the contract, giving them enough courage to unflinchingly face any wounds love might cause. A hunter of love who likes and preys upon tame boys. It's of a different gender than Furfur. These two concern me.
君は相変わらず元気そうだね。
それにしても可愛らしい妹君。潤んだそのみずみずしい瞳は水蜜糖の味がするんじゃないかしら。
Okay then. Zapar and Furfur latched onto Beato from either side, wearing strange smiles. Each movement they made was exaggerated yet polished, as though they were acting out a play.
それくらいにしておけ、契約の悪魔たちよ。その悪ふざけも今宵限りで見納めとはな。
You know, I need to move the text chat up a little bit so it's not covering the name of the person. Where did I put that? There it is. I think if I move it up like that much, it should be fine. There we go. Perfect. Thank you.
寂しいものだ。
Last time they see that mischievous spirit. Or mischievous.
見納めとは。
僕たちのよりしろのブローチはもう壊されてしまったからね。
つまりこれでもお役御免というわけ。はあ、今まで本当に楽しかったわ、ベアトリーチェ。
でも契約時の取り決めでね、最後の別れにもう一度だけ力を貸さねばならないと決まっていたのさ。
だからこれが正真正銘最後の奇跡。
愛の奇跡は一度で十分だって、永久の愛に二度目は不要なのだから。
I forget, was the brooch crushed before the few days? I think it was, wasn't it? Yeah, so the brooch could have been in every game. Or rather should have been. Now, I mean, it was only broken in 2. So I wonder if it can... I mean, I guess it would still be in the next game if there is a next game. But now it's just totally destroyed. Yeah, Cannon crushed the brooch before October 4th. It was on the day of the Culture Festival. Right, okay. Here, Jeremy. Paimon from Genshin and Paimon from Guardian Tales have a similar VA. Really? I would not expect that. Like, even if you mean the girl version of Paimon from Guardian Tales, I wouldn't expect that. That is pretty different. Oh, a similar VA. They're different. Okay. Okay.
そういうわけだ。愛し合う男女たちよ。ここに集いしは奇跡なくして恋を成就できぬ呪われし者たち。
Isn't that nice?
その奇跡を与える黄金蝶のブローチの力は、泣こうがわめこうが今宵限り最後のチャンス。それは一組のつがいにしか与えられぬ。
Miracle can only be given to a single pair. Marina has VA and Paimon has VA. They're one character. Oh, right. Yeah, Paimon... The one Paimon has 2 different VAs, yeah. And then the other one... I mean, I assume it would be the girl version of Paimon is the same as Genshin's Paimon. He's from Honkai Star Rail, and his Guardian Tales character Nikke has the same VA. Wait, there's a character. Oh, Mike. I was gonna say, is there a character called Mike now? Like the game? Oh my. Yeah. Like, voice actors seem to be a smaller circle than you might expect at first. Like, it's hard to be a voice actor, I hear. Like, very hard. People, like, lots of people will audition to be a voice actor. And only a few get in, and then usually, like, probably a few different companies of voice actors are used for most things. Yeah. Interesting. Shannon and Cannon exchanged serious gazes. Both had already readied themselves to fight for the sake of their love.
よくわからねえけどよ。おかしな悪魔の力なんて世話になる気はねえぜ。
Jessica was finally starting to figure this place out. These demons were probably planning to pit her and Cannon against George and Shannon.
はっきり言わせてもらうが、余計なお世話だぜ。私とカノン君の仲は私とカノン君でどうにかする。怪しげな悪魔の世話になんかなる義理はさらさらねえぜ。
Yeah.
お嬢様、聞いてください。この試練を乗り越えなければ僕たちは結ばれないのです。
But sorry, Cannon is furniture. Oof. Yeah, Jessica is like the only sane person here, it feels like. Like, I don't need no demon. Everybody else is just like, okay, demon power it is. Understandable, have a nice day.
Jessica, 受け入れよ。それが家具の実で人間と結ばれようと願う身の程知らずに課せられる唯一の試練なのである。
Yeah, there's the magic word, furniture. Enemies in Guardian Tales only has one VA, so you imagine the same VAs in every single one of those lines. I mean, it would be easier for Andrus. But what about, oh, I can't think of the third demon god. Cressel. Yeah, what about Cressel? Does she have two voice actors? I forget. Of course, Cannon is furniture. Have you doubted even for a second? Yeah. Yeah, no, I didn't doubt it, but I guess maybe a little part of me. Well, no. He always says he's furniture, even when he's talking about the love stuff here. Whenever I did this last, he was like, I'm trying to not be furniture, but I'm still furniture, and I'm just like, Yeah, poor furniture Cannon. Just stop being furniture, forehead.
家具とか人間とか勝手に言ってろってんだ。私たちには何の関係もねえぜ。
Free! Oh, you never hear Cressel's host? Oh, okay.
お嬢様にはまだ 話していないの？
Okay, are we gonna find out the secret of furniture now? Finally?
どう説明すればいいかわからなくて。カノン君もシャノンもジョージ兄さんもどうしてこんなうさんくさい話に耳を貸してんだ。人の恋路を邪魔するやつは馬に蹴られて死ねって決まってんだぜ。なんで悪魔たちに認められなきゃならねえんだよ。余計なお世話だぜ。
さては困ったわからず屋がいたものよ。このままゲームを始めてもよいが、それではフェアとは言えぬな。
Yeah, I mean, right now George seems to have an unfair advantage. Well, George and Shannon.
説明してあげてもいいのではないでしょうか。私にもよくわかりません。ジェシカさんとカノンさんの恋に何か問題でもあるというのですか？
やれやれ、どうやら君も君たちも何も分かっていないようだね。
私たちに祝福されれば二人の恋をゆっくり育むことができるの。うさんくさい悪魔も何にも関係ないわ。
Huh? Excuse me? No need to worry about suspicious demons. Say the suspicious demons giving a blessing.
でももし僕らに祝福されなければ、君たちの恋路は消えてなくなり、枯れてしおれて消えてしまう。
Totally not suspicious demons.
なんでそんなことが言えるんだよ。
運命だから。認めないのも自由、抗わないことだって自由。
抗わないとどうなるんですか？恋路が終わると抽象的な言い方では納得すまい。はて、どう説明すればそなたの運命の袋小路を説明できるのか。
後ろ宮ジェシカ、君が信じているよりはるかに君たちの未来は善と多難。
魔法の奇跡が得られなかったなら必ずや二人に災いが訪れるの。
そしてそれがかぶれ二人を破綻させる。わらわもその過程を詳細に語るほど無粋ではない。しかしジェシカが信じぬというなら破綻の最後だけ語ろう。カノンは使用人をやめこの島を去る。永遠にな。
君は島を出て思い人を探す旅に出るだろうね。しかしそれは決して報われない。
そうしてあなたは嘆いて恨むの。
誰を？
あなたを。
僕をかい？いいえ、今のあなたを。
Oh. With a dramatic gesture, the two of them pointed at Jessica. They were saying that if she left, the person left with regrets would be Jessica herself.
何よ言ってやがる。
思い人を失ったあなたはその時気づくわ。 思いを遂げる試練を逃げたあの時の自分が憎いって。
そうさ、僕たちは未来の君からのメッセンジャー。どうか今のこの瞬間を君の恋に真剣になって戦いに臨んでほしい。
A lot of nice words they're saying here. Like, you can only finish your love by doing this trial. They sound like con men.
もしあなたが未来の自分のメッセージに耳を貸さないならば。
王を飲み込む愚かな蛇をそのままどんどん飲み込み続け。
永遠の苦悩の輪廻は自らを飲み込み消えるのみよ。
わけがわからない。
Jessica's confusion showed on her face as anger. However, a memory of something she'd heard a long time ago welled up in the back of her mind. Unlike Nasan, I don't plan on working here for many years. After just a few years, or possibly, if Nasan ever decides to stop working here, I think I'll stop working too.
カノン君。
そなたが魔法の奇跡をシャノンとジョージに譲るなら、二人は結ばれ島を出る。そしてカノンもまた島を出る。それは避け得ぬ運命なのだ。
But why will Cannon leave the island? Just because Shannon stops working there, or is there something else? It seems odd. Like, even if it would be because Shannon stops working there, I mean, he'd still have Jessica, so why would he leave? And what about being furniture? Like, can furniture just quit?
では魔法の奇跡を得られたなら。無論カノンは島にとどまり、いつまでもジェシカのそばにいる。ジェシカが望んだ音楽活動とやらも一緒に始められるだろう。それ以上の関係にどう進むかは愛し合う二人の問題だ。ジェシカが望むように二人だけでゆっくりと関係を育めばよい。
Something is very fishy about all this.
ただその場合は私とジョージさんもまた結ばれません。
Without love, it cannot be seen. Hey there, 35p. The great 35p.
僕たちは自らの幸せと未来をかけて戦わねばならぬ運命なんです。ふざけるなよ。なんだよそれ。つまり自分たちが結ばれれば必ず相手は破綻するのか。そんな悪魔のゲーム冗談じゃねえぜ。
What kind of demon's game is this? Well, you just answered your question. It's a demon's game.
間違えるな。そなたらが奪い合うゲームではない。黄金蝶のブローチの力がなければ、そもそもどちらの恋も実らぬ運命なのだ。
Okay. I see. So if she's not lying, then it's not like they can't, or yeah, it's basically they can't do it without the golden butterfly brooch. But why? Why can't they? Why would Shannon and or Cannon leave the island never to be seen again and break up just because of an unknown reason? I still think something's fishy here.
誰がそんな運命を決めたんだよ。
恋を許されぬ家具に恋したそなたらの罪ゆえにだ。
What is this about furniture? Like, what is the deal with furniture? Please, somebody tell me. I mean, don't actually tell me, but I wish they would just explain what this is all about with furniture. Because, I mean, the only thing we've seen of furniture is that basically they're just servants of people. So what makes them different from a regular servant? Spoiler, it's about IKEA. Oh no. They messed with IKEA. One does not simply mess with IKEA.
カノンはそなたにはっきりと家具は恋をする資格がないと拒んだはず。そなたはそれを承知でカノンを恋の相手に選んだのだ。知らぬとは言わせぬ。
Though she couldn't accept any of it, Jessica was unable to argue back. Then George spoke up with that soft tone that he always used to smooth things over. However, his expression was still ruthlessly serious. Yeah. I mean, why is George fine with this? Is he blinded by love, or? Yeah.
ジェシカちゃん、こう考えないかい？
考えるって何を？
I mean, before he's been shown to be pretty analytical. So if he's so analytical, why is he just going along with this?
僕はね、シャノンを愛している。どんな試練も障害も全て乗り越えて結ばれようという覚悟を持っているよ。君はどうだい？
I guess the two aren't mutually exclusive. Emotional and analytical. His analysis could be clouded.
そりゃ私だって多少のことでへこたれるほど嫌なつもりはねえぜ。
ならそういうことだよ。僕たちは今試されているのさ。僕たちがどれだけ気持ちの強さを示せるかということをね。
ジョージ兄さんはこのわけのわからない話で納得してるっていうのかよ。
納得なんか必要ないよ。僕はシャノンと結ばれるために全ての試練と障害と戦うことを婚約指輪にかけて誓った。どんな理不尽な到底理解できない試練であっても僕に退くという選択肢はないね。
George spoke clearly, then looked at Jessica with a cold gaze. By now, Jessica almost understood. If she kept on grumbling and avoiding this demon's trial, the game between the two groups would automatically end with her defeat by default. In other words, George and Shannon would win. Then they would gain the miracle of magic, their love would be completed, and Jessica and Cannon would be split apart, with Cannon eventually leaving the island and never seeing her again.
僕にとって君がこの試練を辞退してくれるならこれほど嬉しいことはないんだ。君と戦わなくて済むからね。そして君のカノン君への思いはその程度のものだったんだねと蔑むことになるんだ。
George be like, I don't want to fight you, but these hands are rated E for everyone. It seemed as though George spoke ruthlessly, but he was actually being exceptionally fair. If Jessica lost by default, she would never be able to clear away her lingering regrets. That would leave a bad aftertaste for George as well.
僕たちはたった一つの奇跡をめぐって正々堂々と戦わなくちゃならない。その結果仮に僕が敗れたとしても互いがベストを尽くして戦った上での結果なら諦めがつく。そしてだからこそ心の底から相手を祝福できるんだ。
ジョージの覚悟なかなかのものよ。
そこまで言われて。
君は逃げ出すのかい？
The two demons giggled and challenged her. Of course, George didn't laugh, but he still challenged her with cold eyes.
シャノンは
お許しください、お嬢様。私はジョージさんと結ばれるために一歩たりとも引かない覚悟です。たとえ私の思いを貫くことがお嬢様の恋路を閉ざすことを知っていようとも。
Oof. Shannon had never before spoken to Jessica with such serious and solemn words. Jessica realized what a strong will had dwelt within her usually weak and clumsy friend, and was surprised.
カノン君、僕はお嬢様と新しい人生を歩みたいです。その歩みが姉さんの幸せを踏み越えていくことを意味しようとも。僕はここを引きたくない。
Cannon was also doing all he could to restrain himself. Yes, all of them were being serious and frank, and abandoning any naivety that they might have possessed. All this about golden butterfly brooches, and miracles of magic, and the trial the demons were giving them. None of it mattered. Only one thing was being tested. Whether or not they possessed the strong will to make their love come true. Jessica clenched her fists and hung her head, shaking, while biting her lower lip. She was silent, but she would probably gain an unswerving will of steel before too long. She just needed a little time first. The two demons who taunted people with dramatic gestures. did not violate the silence that Jessica needed to resolve herself. Love brings about conflict, and this conflict gives rise to determination. As the demons of love, they could understand more fully than any others how noble that determination was.
ジェシカさん。そしてその魔法の奇跡はそなたであっても享受できるものであるぞ。
Nani?
私にもそれはどういう。
She had thought this had been about two pairs of lovers. Beato was surprised to suddenly hear that this had something to do with her as well.
黄金蝶のブローチの奇跡はそなたの願い、バトラへの行為を認められたいという願いさえも叶えることはたやすい。 そしてその奇跡なくして結ばれることもまた。ない。
Oof. Like George's determination, that's why you root for his pair? I appreciate that determination, but man, that's cold. I don't know, it just feels a little sus. Also, here I sort of feel bad for Beatrice. Or Beato. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, I can't honestly choose any one of the three groups. I don't know, I don't think they need no stinking golden butterfly brooch. After all, isn't the power of love already pushing against fate? If they can love, they can beat fate. Furniture is greater than love, greater than fate. Yeah. Darn it, Canon and Shannon. Yeah. Stop being furniture. Stop it. Get some help.
愛の沼を渡りきりたい。あなたの望みのはず。
僕たちは君の願いだって決してないがしろにしたりはしない。
We will not make light of your wish, says with a smirk.
そなたとバトラの関係とてやがてはただれ腐り落ちる。いくら楽観的なそなたであっても何かの奇跡がない限りやがてはそのような運命を迎えることをすでに理解しているはずだ。
Okay, but now that I think of it, this makes things even more confusing. So we've got the game board layer, and then we've got like this layer above the game board, but then we've got the layer that's above even that. And now, like, we've got pieces from the game board in the layer of, like, above the game board. And I don't know where Beatrice, My brain is melting. Like, Beatrice and Battler are on the layer above the game board. and then we're above, you're above me. Episode 6 dynamics be the weirdest. Kind of gave up trying to make complete sense of it. Understandable. Yeah, within Ange and Featherine and Hachijo. But yeah, so like this magic is supposed to affect the people on the game board, but it can also affect the people on the top layer? Or, well, and then there's whatever's going on with Battler in the room. I don't know what layer that's going on. That could be a whole nother layer. And then the Battler in the room is connected to, like, Battler getting married to, what's her face, the detective, Erika, yeah. I don't know where that's taking place, but that's also where these two demons came from, and help! I'm just gonna stop thinking. Oh wait, no, don't stop thinking. Never stop thinking. Beato hung her head sadly. She hadn't wanted to lose heart from that cookie incident. However, it would have been a massive lie to say that it hadn't hurt her. Darn it, Battler. The more she tried to get closer to Battler, the more she hurt him. However, she had been born in order to get close to Battler. He was like a hedgehog freezing in the cold and bunching together for warmth. She had approached him because of love, and had been hurt for it.
そこまで分かっているなら、奇跡に託すのもまた一興というものよ。川の宝くじに当たりなしとも言うでな。
Oh?
ゼパル、フルフル。このわらわの妹も加えよ。
ああ、もちろん。
よろしく。もう一人のベアトリーチェ。私たちは初めからあなたも加えるつもりでいましたわ。
A new challenger.
なぜなら僕らはゼパルとフルフル、愛を司る悪魔だから。
私も参加してもよろしいのでしょうか。
君が望むならいいんじゃないかい。誰であっても僕は拒まないよ。全ての障害に勝利し、全員に僕たちを祝福させる。もちろん逆でもさ。全力の僕たちを退けて成し得た恋ならば、僕もシャノンも心の底から勝利した二人を祝福することを約束するよ。ね、シャノン。
はい、私たちは負けません。そして負けても心の底から祝福します。
Big words.
僕も同じです。僕は負けません。引けねえ喧嘩だってんのに買おうじゃねえかよ。私もカノン君も不先輩ってのだけはごめんだぜ。
それはそなたもだな。
はい。お父様に。いえ、バトラーさんに私を認めてもらえる可能性がわずかでもいただけるなら、私もそれに自らをかけたいと思います。
よくぞ言った。それでこそ我が妹。ゼパル、フルフル、役者は揃ったぞ。
I don't know if it's something to be surprised about, but it's sort of interesting that, like, she's talking about Battler here. Or I guess they're both talking about Battler, and then, like, Shannon, Cannon, George, and Jessica don't really ask anything about it. They're not like, Battler, what are you talking about? Hmm.
それでは始めようか、フルフル。
始めましょう、ゼパル。
たった一つの魔法の奇跡をめぐっての愛し合う者たちの試練を。
Hmm. Okay, now we're back on the game board. Erika had returned to the room that had been given to her, on the second floor of the guest house. The next room over was empty. It was very quiet there. Even pressing her ear against the wall wouldn't help her listen in on the voices in the cousin room. Even with hearing power boosted by the detective's authority, it would probably be impossible to make out anything. Huh. Huh. Now, is that... Is it just because it's quiet, or is the wall too thick? But if the wall's too thick, then in episode 5, she was like, oh yeah, I could hear through the wall. I had my ear against the wall the whole time. So then that would be a lie? But she is the detective, so is she allowed to lie? Huh. Oh, but wasn't it in red? I don't know. I don't know if that was brought up in red. I think it was brought up in red. Maybe she'll give more context. True. Oh. This room was the farthest down the hall, a long way away from the cousin room. So I guess she was in the room next to the cousin room before, and now she's not. Okay. Yeah, the way that it... Yeah, the way they wrote it here made me think that she was right next to the cousin room. Yeah. I was debated.
なるほど。今回は私の部屋を遠ざけてきましたか。ゲームマスター権限で許された範囲の初期配置の変更です。妥当な初手かと。まあ、その方が私もいいです。あのクソガキどものトランプで遊ぶ黄色い声なんて 聞きたくもありませんから。
This whole time, Erika had been facing the desk and working on something. She was preparing some of those packing tape seals from before. She had asked Kumasawa for the stickiest tape in the place. She drew a complicated signature that could not be counterfeited across it with a permanent marker, then began making notches across it. This way, if she ever wanted to prove that some opening had remained closed, she could stick this tape over it, creating a powerful seal equal in strength to the red truth. These menacing seals had cornered Natsui so thoroughly in the previous game.
これいかがしましたか？やられました。パトラめ周到ですね。
Erika grimaced and showed the piece of packing tape she had torn off to Delanor. At a glance, Delanor couldn't tell what had annoyed Erika. However, as soon as she held it, she realized the difference right away.
これではダメです。
Huh?
ええ、粘着力ほとんどないです。これじゃ赤き真実には至れない。
Huh. So the packing tape is not sticky. Or, well, it's barely sticky. Even packing tape can be of low quality, and it sometimes gets weaker with age. The tape Kumasawa had found was a bit too weak even for normal use. It wasn't nearly sticky enough to be used as a detective seal.
きれいに剥がすことが可能です。これでは封印を示す証拠にはなり得ません。バトラもそこまで見下げ果てたほど無能じゃないってことですね。おそらくゲームマスター権限でこの島のすべてのガムテープに干渉したんでしょう。
And before Erika's like, but it's okay. I brought packing tape with me. It was in my hair the whole time. I don't know. Letting Erika get her hands on packing tape gave her a fatal weapon to use against witches. The previous game had proven this fact. And so Battler had removed that weapon from the entire mansion.
おそらくガムテープに代わる品もすべて干渉を受けているに違いないです。
What would you use as substitute? I guess you could do glue.
ですね。ま、良かったことにしておきます。おかげでこの冷たい雨の中、みっともない姿で外壁を這い回らなくて済みますから。
Erika tossed the packing tape aside carelessly and flopped Spread Eagle onto the bed.
事件が起こるのをパイプ吹かして悠然と待つのも探偵のたしなみですし。
She has a pipe?
あんたもどうせ第一の番が発覚するまで出番ないんですから、どこかに姿消して一服でもしてたらどうですか？私の顔なんか見てても疲れるだけでしょうし。タバコは吸わないです。子供ですので。そうですか。私は吸いたいです。出演者たちが歌うほどの気分を爽快にさせる効果があるならの話ですが。
He wishes she could.
ご機嫌が優れられないようです。そう見えます？
Erika answered lazily, still looking up at the ceiling. That in itself was half an answer. The silence between the two was filled by the sound of wind and rain. It was so quiet that the sound of the ticking clock rang out clearly.
Erika 卿、お尋ねしてもよろしいですか？内容によります。多分ノーですが。一応暇つぶしに聞いてあげます。何です？
Maybe Erika was bored too. Or perhaps the sound of the rain was making her sentimental. She agreed to listen to Delanor, which was very unlike her.
なぜエリカ卿は魔法を嫌われるのです？ああ、さっきの下のマリアとのやりとりの件ですか？あんなの子供騙しのくだらない手品です。誰だって分かっています。ああまでして幻想を打ち砕く必要があったのですか？私には分からないです。
Erika didn't need Delanor to tell her that it had been a childish fight.
自称知的蹂躙者としましては。
Could you stop saying that? Oh my goodness.
魔法なんてもので真実をうやむやにすることが許せないわけです。
Santa is real? Yes, Santa is real.
それを暴くことに優越を感じられているということですか？私には他の感情が感じられます。他の感情？
Maybe Santa never showed up for her one year. And then she started hating everything.
何です？優越というよりはもっと何か別の負の感情を感じます。やっぱりあんたはただの殺人人形です。その目も節穴みたいですね。失礼しました。許してほしいです。
Erika rolled over grumpily, turning her back to Delanor. So Delanor couldn't see her expression. Even so, for some reason, he could guess that this completely unobserved expression was one of pain. Interpreting this to mean that Erika wanted her to go away, Delanor made a bow, or gave a bow and made to leave. Then Erika suddenly spoke. The words seemed so utterly out of place that Delanor doubted her ears, and she had to ask Erika to say it again.
今、何とおっしゃいましたか？あなたのことが好きです。
I see why she doubted her ears. Hey there, Umineko. Welcome in. How's Erika doing? Not too well right now, apparently. Seems very sad girl hours. It really did seem utterly out of place. Delanor wanted to see what Erika really meant, but the latter still had her back turned, and her face was out of sight.
ありがとうございます。以前は別の子と付き合っていましたが、 今は完全に切れています。周りの人たちは僕たちを妬んでありもしないことを言いますが、気にしないでください。
Nani?
俺は君に生涯のすべてを捧げるから、君も俺にすべてを捧げてほしい。
I get the feeling that she's talking from memory, not like confessing to Delanor.
二人で一緒に幸せになろう。
Delanor avoided asking what she was talking about, and stood there in silence. For a while, Erika kept on dully and emotionlessly repeating soppy phrases that might have popped up in some shoujo manga. Then, unexpectedly, she once again followed up with a complete non sequitur.
新しい財布。
What? Of course, she had no idea what Erika was saying. He's not the only one. However, with her back still to Delanor, Erika kept on saying disconnected words.
変な猫のキーホルダー。趣味の合わないアロマオイル。
Oh, did she get cheated on?
演劇の先輩に借りたという趣味違いの音楽テープ。先輩の付き合いで断れなくて、急にバイトが入っちゃって、ダチの電話が長くてなかなか切れなくって。
Yikes. Made too much curry. Went to theater practice more often. The way he folds paper towels. Thanks, I've already eaten. He knew more about cosmetics. Sorry, I was sleeping. The toilet seat was left out. He spent the night over at his stage friend's place. My acting friends had a party here earlier. By the way, I just want to go back to the toilet seat was left down. Like, I just find it common courtesy to leave the toilet seat down. I don't understand why people leave the toilet seat up. I know there's this thing about, like, guys leaving the toilet seat up normally. It's like, but why? Don't live alone, though? True, but... like, I don't know. Even if I lived by myself, I think I would still leave the toilet seat down. And I mean, of course, whenever I go visit somebody, I leave it down and everything, but... I don't know. It just seems odd to me. Anyway, acting friends at a party earlier. Someone must have left it behind. The drain and sink were cleaned out. Seats and point cards from places he never goes. Muddy soles are evidence that you went out on Sunday when it was raining. Oh my, is that the start of her detective arc? Oh my. She was cheated on and she became a detective. That matches the strange symbol on the calendar. None of your theater friends have hair this long. That's a leading question. How do you know the plot of a movie you haven't seen yet? Evidence, circumstantial evidence, observation, surveillance, tracking, tailing, information gathering, wiretapping, asking around, questioning. I found tons of evidence that I loved you. I found tons of evidence that you loved me. But I can't find any evidence that you haven't been cheating on me. Oof. Give it a rest. If you love me, then trust me. If you can't do that, then you don't love me anymore. Uh-huh. How could I love someone like that? I'll treasure you for all my life, and I want to do well in theater just as much. You said you liked seeing me act, right? So why are you telling me to stop acting now? Why do I have to choose between you and acting? What's wrong with you? I'm seriously worn out, okay? Come on, if all we do is fight when we see each other, maybe we both need some time to cool off, okay? I need to concentrate for my next performance anyway. This girl working with Senpai suddenly said she wouldn't be able to perform. Yeah, Senpai. I need to rewrite the script by tomorrow. I don't have time for this. And anyway, if you really find it that hard to trust me, we're through. Stay away. Just go home, bitch. Oh my goodness. I don't love you anymore. Oof. Don't cry, damn it. It's disgusting. Just die. Wow. Wow. Bruh. Stop shouting, damn it. You're annoying the neighborhood. Get the hell away from me and never come back. Dang, that was rough.
愛がなければ見えない逆なんですよ
Without love, it cannot be seen.
愛なんかあるからありもしないものが見えてしまう
It's nothing more than an illusion, one that no one but you can see, and one that even you can never touch. Without love, humans would never need to sift through truth and lies. Because we can see things like that, we doubt. We suffer. We cry out loud.
"私は今幸せです."
Are you sure about that?
仮とはいえ真実の魔女になれて今の私はもう赤くない言葉に苦しめられなくて済むのだから
Interesting.
あんたなら私のエンドゲームどう返しますか
私ですか
あの凡庸な男じゃゲームの相手は務まりませんでしたからあんたならどう返してくれるかと思いまして
Eleanor was suddenly thrust into the position of Erika's opponent. In the witch's game she had once challenged that man to. That man? Is she talking about her boyfriend? Her ex-boyfriend? Delanor shared in the fragments of Erika's past and was made to grasp the full situation. The board was reproduced in full inside their heads. The situation was one-sided. Erika's side had constructed a blue truth based on countless bits of circumstantial evidence, had turned all of those into pieces, and was already cornering the opponent. For some time, Delanor thought in silence, and announced her by-the-book response.
初手、私が浮気している証拠の提出を要求します。
青き真実で反論。構築に状況証拠、物的証拠を84点提出。
84 points. Woo!
青き真実で反論。今も愛し続けている状況証拠、物的証拠を6点提出です。
Okay.
グッド。青と青では相殺ですが、構築する駒の数が圧倒的ですね。
When both opponents meet with the blue truth, the decision is almost always based on which side has more pieces of evidence, regardless of the actual circumstances. This is especially true in the human world. So by the standard rules, Erika would win.
一点先取。次なる手は
攻守逆転を狙います。逆にエリカ卿が浮気をしていない証拠の提出を求めます。
Aha.
パーペチュアルチェック。お互いが同じ質問を無限連鎖する千日手となりますから、禁じ手です。
では証拠なくも現在もエリカ卿を愛していることを率直に表明します。
赤き真実でないから無効です。仮に赤かったとしてもそれステイルメイトです。私に反論する手がなくなりますから。
Delanor remained silent for a while. Then she quietly responded to Erika's moves until they reached a checkmate. A stalemate is a forbidden move in a game of witches, since it means the ruin of the game. However, in chess, it also represents a draw. Because of this, it's a splendid final move that a weaker player can pull off if they're unable to win outright. In this situation, Erika clearly had the advantage. So it was natural that Delanor would seek a stalemate to obtain a tie. However, that would only be the case in chess. In a game where witches fight over the truth, it's a forbidden move. So it was already checkmate from the very beginning. Delanor had no way to turn the game around. However, regardless of what the real truth between the pair of them had been, this game would be...
他に手は真実を守る魔女狩り大司教。
いえ、デザインです。
ね、ほら。
Erika had succeeded in crushing her opponent with the truth she espoused. That her former boyfriend no longer loved her and was cheating on her. Her opponent had no way to argue back. After all, humans are not allowed to... A splendid game, A splendid finish from a superior position. Regardless of the truth of her opponent, Erika could win. A splendid victory. Delanor could only respond with silence. And with that, Erika spoke no more. He was probably done talking and wanted Delanor to leave. Delanor understood this, but even so, before leaving, she wanted to tell Erika one thing.
見事なゲームです、エリカ卿。
探偵は勝利して当然ですから。
あなたはベルンカステル卿の駒になる以前から実に見事な青き真実の使い手です。しかしエリカ卿、人間に許されるのは青き真実だけです。そして青き真実に反論できるのは赤き真実だけです。そして赤き真実は人間には許されていません。ならばどうやってあなたのお相手は彼の真実を示せばよかったのですか？
さあ、赤き真実に時に勝るとかいう例の黄金の真実とやらでも持ち出したらどうですか？
ゲームは確かにエリカ卿の勝ちです。しかし真実の守護者として申し上げます。
何です？どうせ不愉快なことでしょうから、それを言ったらとっとと消えてください。
はい、確かにこのゲームはエリカ卿の勝ちです。しかし私が示したあなたを今も愛している青き真実の証拠6点は未だ否定されていません。あなたさえ人間、それを否定する赤き真実を使えはしないのです。
探偵権限で84点の証拠を赤き真実に後に昇格させました。我が主のお力によって私は人間にして人間を超えた存在、探偵にして魔女、真実の魔女フルドエリカです。他に質問は？捨て台詞は？
ありません。それでは失礼いたします。
Delanor bowed and disappeared. After that, all that remained was a single witch of truth, laughing off a bitter past with an equally bitter smile. Judging by the bedside clock, it was almost exactly midnight. There's some times in episode 5 when Erika went, like, I can never believe anything that isn't red truth. Yeah, I remember that. Oof. That is some pretty big oof. Yeah, love is meaningless if it isn't said with a red truth, things like that, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to think of that. Because we don't know if the guy was cheating or not. Either way, it's sad. Well, that still doesn't absolve her for being a jerk. Okay. Almost exactly midnight.
さあ、 念入りさせてもらいますか。
Believe, yeah.
いよいよ2日目、10月5日の幕開けです。今頃どこかで今回の殺人が起こっているんでしょうかね。
Using her trauma to crush other people, yeah. Yeah, there's no excuse for that. Even if the trauma is real, it doesn't justify everything exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, there's not really anything else I can say. Just it's never good to like use your trauma to crush other people. Yeah. Sad that you had that trauma, but that's no excuse to inflict it on other people.
今回の犠牲者さん、せいぜいいろいろなダイイングメッセージをよろしくお願いしますね。
Back to being morbid. I wonder if the murders are happening. Hey, yeah. Hope our victims leave some dying messages. Yay! Oh my.
どうして母さんに相談しなかったの？あなたの人生を最後まで支えるパートナーの話なのよ。
Oh? Ava talking to George? So is the... Well, I guess the game didn't necessarily have to take place in that other dimension place. It could be going on even now. Maria has trauma too, she's believes. Yeah. Poor Maria. Ooh. Sad.
そうだよ。生涯一緒にいたい女性なんだ。
だからこそ真剣に決めなければいけないんでしょ？どうしてそんな軽率に？
Get wrecked, Ava. Ava and George could be seen beneath the eaves of the guest house. George had revealed his engagement with Shannon. Ava's anger had exploded almost instantly. This had been no more than George had expected, so he had responded with an ice-cold calm.
まさかもう関係を？子供ができたとか言われて結婚を迫られたんでしょう？
Ava, please.
失礼だな。僕は婚前の貞操は厳しくあるべき主義なんだ。
じゃあどうして婚約なんて？
僕は求めた。彼女は受けた。それで成立じゃないか。
The Chad, George. I asked her. She accepted. What else do I need? Giga Chad.
違うわ違うわ。結婚はね、あんたの思ってるような漫画か何かみたいに簡単なものじゃないの。先方のご両親は、両家の交流は。
I mean, what the world dog are doing? Anyway, I think, well, she's partially right. Like, marriage isn't as easy as it seems. Oh, what was it? Yeah. Marriage is not easy as it looks. I mean, you gotta think of a lot of stuff, but I think George and Shannon, well, at least it seems like they'd have that under control. It seems like they've planned out quite a bit. So, I don't think they're really jumping the gun. Now, if it was Jessica and Cannon, on the other hand, they haven't planned for anything, so... Yeah. Honestly, I feel like George and Shannon deserve it more. Just based off of that. Like, the amount of planning that they put into everything, and... Yeah, because, like I said, Jessica and Cannon are just sort of rushing into things, and then Beatrice as well, just sort of rushing into it. But, yeah.
あんた野良猫じゃないのよ。後ろ宮ジョージなのよ。ひょっとしたらおじいさまの後継者に指名されるかもしれないこの時期に、どうしてそんな軽率な、どうして母さんに相談してくれなかったの？
Because you act like this, that's why.
今こうして相談してるよ。いや、相談じゃないか。これはただの報告だね。おじい様の後継者に指名されるのは全く期待してないよ。いや、むしろ辞退したいくらいさ。僕は自分の国と城を父さんがそうしたように何もない原野に築き上げたい。
The Chad is growing. Yeah, but my plans. Yeah. Like, it does seem like Ava cares about George and wants him to have a good future. I think, maybe. I don't know. There is some doubt going across there, but I still feel like she does care about him. But yeah, way too controlling.
あのね、父さんが今日までどれくらいの苦労をしたのか分かってるの？あんたが真似てできるようなことじゃないの。今日までどれほどの運や偶然に助けられたことか。
そして母さんという良き理解者の伴侶がいたからだよ。サヨは僕を支え、より強く生まれ変わらせてくれる人だ。母さんがたくましくなったと褒めてくれた今の僕は、彼女がいなかったらありえない。
いいジョージ。とにかくここは一度母さんに任せなさい。頭を冷やしてよーく考えて。シャノンちゃんだけがあなたに好意を持ってるわけじゃないのよ。お見合いしたあゆみさんだってあなたのことをとても気に入ったそうよ。
Kick W who? Yeah. Yeah, I think he's thought about this pretty carefully. I don't know. At least the impression that he gave before seems like he really planned things out. He might be rushing things a little bit, I don't know. It's like I was saying earlier, he seems to be a pretty analytical person, but even that could get a little clouded by love, I guess.
初耳だね。
あなたも分かってると思ってたのよ。先方のご両親も大変あなたのことを気に入ってるそうよ。
Uh-huh.
もしあなたに父さんのように一国一城を築きたい夢があるなら、その手伝いができるのはあゆみさんの方でしょ。
Yeah, so he had a marriage interview with this Ayumi-san. And, like, he couldn't tell that she had any feelings for him, but his mom's like, oh yeah, she definitely had feelings for him. Yeah, uh-huh. Because I'm sure she would be able to tell instead of him. Like the person that was actually in the marriage interview. Well, I guess she could have been there as well, but...
彼女の気持ちを裏切るの？
裏切るも何も、僕はあゆみさんと特に交流があったわけじゃない。お見合いをして、その後親たちが勝手に盛り上がってるだけじゃないか。数度無理やり引き合わされたけど、僕たちは互いに目さえ合わせちゃいない。
Ooh. Never even looked at each other. Okay. Yeah.
あゆみさんは育ちのいい奥ゆかしい女性でしょ。男性のジョージに目を合わせるなんて恥ずかしいし、ぶつけでできなかっただけよ。
Couldn't look at him because it would be embarrassing and ill-mannered. Imagine not being able to look at whoever you're dating because it wouldn't be polite manners.
あなたが目を見て話してくれなきゃ気持ちが感じられないと言うなら、彼女にそう注意するわ。きっとこれからはあなたの目を見て話してくれるはずよ。
あゆみさんと結婚させたいのは、それが母さんにとって利するからさ。母さんの縁談には僕の気持ちがわずかほども含まれていない。
Oh snap. The direct attack.
ジョージ、どうしてそんなことを言うの？母さんがあなたのことを考えないことなんてあった？ないでしょ？親という漢字はどういう字？木の上に立って見ると書いて親なのよ。
Yeah, even I have to say that was a little uncalled for. Probably, maybe. Yeah. Only pushing it because it'll be beneficial for her. I mean, it could be beneficial for her, but to say that that's the only reason? Oof. Oof. Right in the kokoro.
母さんたちはね、あなたよりはるかに高みから人生の遠くまでを展望してるの。そしてあなたが若さゆえの一時の感情で間違った道へ進もうとしているのが見えているの。だからこうして憎まれることを承知で言ってるのよ。あんたがどうでもいい子だったらこんな喧嘩しないわ。どこの変な女とでも勝手に結婚しなさいって放っておいてるわよ。ねえジョージ、母さんに全て任せなさい。もうあなたはシャノンちゃんに会わなくていいわ。全部母さんたちで話をつけてあげる。大丈夫よ、シャノンちゃんにも悪いようにはしない。だってジョージに成長のきっかけをくれた人だものね。ちゃんとそれに配慮してあげるから。だからあとはもう母さんたちに任せなさい。ジョージ。
sometime during Ava's rage, tears had started to drip from her eyes. As though those tears had caused him to hesitate, George turned his back and sagged his shoulders. Even George is a child of man, after all. Though he understands that marriage requires nothing more than the love of two people, he can't get over his desire for his parents' acceptance. And so, he is trapped between the tears of the mother who has always helped him and the fiancé he chose. Where is he? Nani?
もういいよね、そろそろ。 今日まで立派に育ててもらって本当に感謝してる。僕もこう思って親になったら母さんみたいな親になるよ。子供のために本当に戦える、世界で一番尊敬できる親にね。
ジョージ。
With his back still towards her, George threw away his umbrella and slowly stepped out from beneath the eaves into the rain. Then he slowly turned around. It was without a doubt the familiar face of Ava's beloved son. However, he was now his own man, self-controlled and independent enough that their blood connection might be forgotten.
そろそろいいと思うんだ。
何が？
子離れしていいんじゃない母さん。ここからはもう親子の関係はなしで話そうじゃないか。僕はジョージ、君はエヴァ。親だからどうこうというのは抜きにして、互いの立場から本音をぶつけようじゃないか。君が僕を望み通りの相手と結婚させたい理由は経済的事情、世間体、それから未だいさかいのなくならないおじさんたちへの見栄、それ以外に何もない。
He continues to assert that.
いっそそれをすっきり認めてくれた方が潔いね。僕はこれから僕の立場だけで語るから、君もそうした方がいいんじゃないかな。負けるよ君。
No traces of love or respect for his mother remained in George's eyes. There was only a frigid glare as he gazed ruthlessly down at the witch who was trying to bind his future.
ジョージ。どうして？母さんをそんな目で見るの？
今僕は母さんを見ていないからさ。僕の目に映っているのは僕の選び取ろうとする未来の前に立ちふさがる試練の壁だけさ。母さんだって人間だ。夢や野心があってそれを今も追い続けてるのは知ってる。そしてそれを素晴らしいと思う。自分の夢を決して諦めないことの大変さを僕たちは知っているのだから。
So I'll need to inherit your wonderful strength. I've learned a lot from my parents, my friends, and Sayo. And I've grown.
その最後に学び獲得して完成されるのが本当の後宮ジョージという男なんだ。僕は今あなたという最後の壁を越える。
What? Huh? Ava had disappeared. The pouring rain landed evenly across the ground everywhere. No, it was blocked very slightly in one place. However, there was no one there. Standing on the ground isn't the only way to block the path of the rain. Then, could it be? Nani?
いいわよ。本音をぶつけ合うのもたまにはいいじゃない。私も言っちゃうわ。だからあなたも言っちゃえば。
In the rain-filled sky, with a moon that shouldn't have been visible behind her, was the Golden Witch of the future who had finally obtained everything of the Ushiromiya family. Even the drastic change in his mother's appearance didn't faze George. On the contrary, he seemed to be moved by her boldness, because his mother had honestly and truly displayed her true nature. Aw. So is this... like, was that Ava's true intention? Not to look after George, but to... like, get financial gain and all that? I don't know. I mean... I would think that that's what her changing into the witch means. Cat box, yeah. But yeah, it seems like that would be the symbolism behind this, but at the same time, it's hard to trust this because now we're going into magic. This way, I can confidently show her my true self.
行くよ、母さん。そしてエヴァ。これが僕の君の束縛から踏み出る最初の第一歩だ。
第一歩。
With that first step, he felt something odd beneath his feet. He knew that this sticky sensation, different from that of mud, represented his mother's arrogance trying to prevent him from making that first step.
小さい頃、お話をたくさん読んであげたわね。あなたが大好きだった西遊記、覚えてる？
懐かしいね。多分僕が一番最初に愛したファンタジーだ。
Sun Wukong, the Monkey King, wanted to become a god and was tested by Buddha. If you can jump free from the palm of my hand, I will acknowledge your wish. Then Sun Wukong managed to reach what he thought was the end of the world, and found 5 pillars standing there, only to discover that they were the Buddha's fingers, and that he still hadn't left Buddha's hand.
さんから決別すると宣言した第一歩がそれだと言いたいわけだね。
あなたの反抗も葛藤も苦悩も国旗も全て私がすでに通ってきた道、あなたのその第一歩など私という人生に飲み込まれる程度。いつまで目を背けてるの？見ちゃえば足元。
At George's feet, on the pitch-black earth soaked by the pounding rain, was what appeared to be a slightly red sash that glowed ominously and blocked George's first step. It was deep, viscous, and it held George's foot in place. From Ava's perspective, as she gazed down from the sky, it looked like a vast red spiderweb that radiated out with George at the center.
そうさ、これが僕さ。生まれた時から数々の習い事で縛り付けられ、あんたの野望のためだけに育てられてきた僕の姿さ。
いいえ、それは違うわ。なら分かるようにしてあげる。見せてあげる。そして悟っちゃえば。
Eva! The vast red spiderweb on the ground scooped up George as easily as scooping scum out of a pot. Then it lifted him into the air like a deer caught in a net and swung him about. Laughing insanely, Ava was as innocent and cool as a grade schooler happily swinging about a bag filled with her gym clothes. Happened on Tuesdays. Whee! Hey there, Patch Face Beats. Welcome in. Ah, the point.
覚えてるさ。ピアノ教室。
Piano lessons.
今でも猫踏んじゃったを聞くと背中の毛が逆らすね。
I stepped on the cat. What's that?
幼稚園の頃はバイオリン教室だったわ。できる子はやってそうでしょ。あんた才能なさそうだったからね。
Violin in kindergarten didn't seem to have the talent. I wonder why. Maybe because he was in kindergarten. Pretty sure the song they used to teach piano. I mean, that's what it sounds like, but I don't remember ever hearing of that piece. Whee! According to an article by Hiromi Okatani in the Osaka Shoin Women's College Annual for 1994, he's known in Japan as Neko Funjata. I stepped on the cat. Low waltzer. Still not familiar with it, but I mean, I guess I can't be... Right, I can't know all of them. Call it chopsticks. Okay. That almost sounds familiar. Yeah, I used to play a little bit of the clarinet. I was not very good at it. But I played for, what, 2 years in high school? I was in high school band. I don't know why I decided to play the clarinet, but for some reason I did, and yeah, I was just not cut out for it. How often do I stream Umineko? Well, my internet has not been very cooperative in the evenings when I normally stream. Well, on Sundays I stream around noon Eastern time, and then on weekdays, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, I tend to stream at about 7 p.m. Eastern time. And what I have been doing is every Monday I stream some more Umineko. It's been about 3 weeks since the internet went down, and we've tried a whole bunch of things, and like I said, we have somebody coming around, well, sometime between 4 and 6, and hopefully they can find out where the problem is. I don't know if we'll be able to fix it today, but hopefully we'll find out what the problem actually is, or where it is. It's been a real pain this past 3 weeks. But yeah, the normal schedule would be once a week on Mondays, and I would like to get back to that, but we'll see. Thank you for the follow, Patchface Beats. Thank you very much. Yeah, I also do Library of Ruina on Friday. Those have been my 2 long play games. And then, so, like I said, with the internet not working, I did some Library of Ruina yesterday, and then Umineko today. It's like a 5-hour Umineko stream every Monday. 0 GMT. I don't know, all I know is Eastern time is 7 o'clock, about. That's where I am, Eastern time. Yeah. Anyway, what did we do on Wednesdays? Cram school. Oof.
じゃあ木曜日は
Thursdays? When you finished reading Umineko, all you can do is watch other people read it and join in your pain. Yeah. Oh, there's plenty of pain. Oh, yeah. Oof. Umineko has been quite a ride. I do still greatly enjoy it. Pain Mineko, yeah. Oh, yeah, and we were watching Higurashi in the Discord, like a few more episodes every week. We got to the equivalent of episode, I guess it would be episode 7. The start of that was where I started having internet problems, so that's also been pushed to the side. I would like to redo, or not redo, but I would like to resume that as well once internet problems get fixed. I have not forgotten. Yeah. Occasionally we have anime watch-alongs in the Discord, very occasionally. Yeah. All kinds of pain.
補習塾だわ。
Okay, Thursday is the day for supplemental lessons.
暗記科目は苦手だったもんね。あなた応用はできるのに暗記は苦手な典型的なやればできる子だったわ。
Horrible at learning by rote. I'm really bad at math, but I was actually fairly good at rote memorization. I hated it, but I was fairly good at it. Yeah.
痛烈だね。子供が三者面談で言われて一番イラつく言葉だよ。
Ooh.
馬を水場に連れて行くことはできるが水を飲ますことはできない。
Oof.
イギリスの格言だね。
あなたのやる気を出して維持させるのが一番苦労したわ。
That was a sound. He needs to play some Devil May Cry. Get some motivation. The VA is loving it. It sounds like the VA had a lot of fun doing this. Oh my. Ava's VA went ham, yeah. Some excellent voice actors in this. I still think my personal favorite though is Ronabe. His voice is just so good. It's so smooth and deep. Yes. George was bound hand and foot by the bright red spiderweb, reduced to the witch's plaything. Ronabe best boy? Oh hell yeah, I support that. She innocently swung him around and smashed him about, all with an insane laugh. Again and again.
金曜日は覚えてる？
もちろんさ。ユニークな塾だね。親と一緒の塾なんていろいろな意味で窮屈だったよ。
School you go to with your parents. Yikes. Yeah, that would be harrowing.
ここに釣り竿を買うな。一緒に釣りに行け。
Then again, I did have my dad as a science teacher, so yeah, I understand that a little bit. Just imagine like going to an entire school day with your parents. Ugh.
母さんはイギリスの教育論が好きだね。
親にとっても辛い塾だったわね。でもあれが一番あんたには効果的だったわ。高いお熱射。毎週金曜の夜を費やさなければならない面倒。でも一番効果があった。その時悟ったの。
My goodness.
子供はね、親が見ていないと伸びないの。
Way too dank.
とやめなら親は太陽だわ。太陽なくして芽吹く草木も咲かせる花も存在しないの。
Still bound hand and foot, George was thrown, slammed, and smashed. He could do nothing. He was still like Sun Wukong, unable to leave the palm of his mother's hand. However, since he wouldn't surrender, he could still show resistance at any time.
じゃあ土曜日は土曜日は
家庭教師が来てくれてたね。
向こうから来てくれるから楽だったでしょ。
聖域である自室に毎週他人を迎え入れるのは苦痛だったよ。先生が帰った後に残る汗の匂いが今でも思い出せるくらいに嫌だったね。
あなたに学習姿勢を叩き込んでくれる素晴らしい先生だったわよ。弁護士の相談費用並みのお月謝を払った甲斐が本当にあったわ。
そして迎える日曜日と塾の予定がない月曜日だけが僕の安息日だった。これは皮肉だね。火曜日から土曜日までの塾が僕を押さえつけてきたのか。まさに僕は孫悟空だったわけだ。
そうね。私の手のひらから逃れたいなんて思い上がりはお釈迦様にご行山で潰してもらうといいわ。
Sun Wukong, who wanted to become a god, was crushed by the five mountains of fire, water, wood, metal, and earth, and sealed away. These are the five elements that the days of the week, Tuesday through Saturday, are named after in Japanese. Huh. Interesting. Only now did George, who had always admired Sun Wukong, recognize this greatest of ironies.
思い上がったあなたは孫悟空と同じに少し反省とお仕置きが必要だわ。あなたが改心したら私が解放してあげる。
それは解放じゃないね。洗脳だ。
何も考えなくていいの。ママに全て任せちゃえば。私があなたの全てを決めてあげる。それがあなたにとって一番素晴らしい人生なのよ。世界で一番知的であなたのために全てを捧げてくれる女性を用意してあげる。全ての成功もそれに至る道も全てママが用意してあげるわ。そしてやがては後ろ宮家で最高の名誉である当主の後継者にあなたは指名されるの。それから初めてあなたは自分の人生を始めなさい。第一歩。笑わせないでよ。あんたはね、まだ生まれてさいないのよ。これはあんたを捉える私の巣じゃないわ。あんたを慈しんで育む私の子宮の中
A little weird for her to say that, but okay. George was slammed against the ground over and over. It was a heartless atrocity, unlike anything one would expect a blood-related son to receive. However, in Ava's eyes, perhaps even this was a sign of love for her precious son. The human-shaped lump of flesh wrapped in a red bag was slammed over and over, then thrown high into the air, where it was caught in a massive spiderweb in the sky, still covered with fresh blood. While he hung there as though crucified, George didn't even twitch. Even if he'd had some power to resist the remaining to him, the red web pinning him there would have held even in that check. Even that in check, oh my goodness. The rain, which had been falling non-stop since the beginning, quietly tormented and pitied George.
ご行山に封じられてしばらく頭を冷やしなさい。シャノンちゃんが悪い子だからやめなさいと言ってるわけじゃないのよ。彼女はジョージに青春と成長のきっかけを与えてくれたとても良い子だわ。でも後先を考えない婚約は別の問題よ。相手が彼女だからいけないと言ってるわけじゃないの。それを分かりなさい。
Is it time to fight back?
友を責めるな。行為を責めよう。だね。これもイギリスの格言だ。
But yeah, assuming this is part of the trial, I still remember Furfur and Zapar here bestow inexhaustible offensive and defensive power. It ain't over yet, I bet.
本当にあなたは賢い子に育ったわ。いいえ、育っているわ。私のお腹の中でね。もう少しじっくりと育ちなさい。さあ、お仕置きは終わりよ。謝りなさい、母さんに。
Apologize to these nuts! George be like. The spiderweb released George reluctantly. Then it threw him to the ground beneath the cloudy sky.
ありがとう、母さん。
It was all George could do to get up on his hands and knees. Though he wiped the mud away and stood his ground, he still couldn't raise his head.
これまでのすべてが僕を思ってのことだったんだね。ありがとう。本当にありがとう。
So, he does acknowledge that she did everything for him, even though it was very controlling.
そうよ。今は憎いでしょ。でもいつかきっと感謝するわ。私がどれほどあなたを愛していたかをきっと理解する。
火曜日から土曜日までの連日の塾での縛り付けも僕を立派な男に育てようという母さんの努力だったんだね。
これもイギリスの格言よ。子供を幸福で包むことが最高の教育。
ありがとう。だから僕からも母さんにイギリスの格言を送るよ。
Here we go!
なに？
全ての木に斧を一撃ずつ加えても一本の木も切り倒せはしない。
Okay. That was not as impactful as I thought it was going to be.
なに？それはどういう意味？
こっちの方がいいかな。学問に時間を費やしすぎることは怠惰に過ぎない。フランシス・ベーコン。
Interesting. The man drenched in mud and blood straightened his crooked glasses and slowly stood up. Though he was covered in filth, his appearance had a divine quality to it. Something that could only appear on a self-controlled man, not one who had merely been dozing in his mother's amniotic fluid. That was a sentence I was not expecting to say today.
僕がサヨから学んだことは数えきれない。僕は彼女の前で初めて勇気と男気と向上心とウィットとユーモアと、それからひょっぴりのおしゃれを学んだんだ。皮肉だね。今日母さんが僕を立派になったと認める要素のほぼ全てが母さんの教育の賜物じゃないんだ。
Emotional damage.
Oh. Ooh. That's gonna leave a mark.
ジョージ、あんたはまだそんなことを。
Yeah, that was the emotional damage of all time.
戻してあげるわ、母さんの子宮に。そしてもう一度暖かな海で育て直してあげる。
Concern. As Ava howled, a bright red spiderweb appeared at George's feet once more and tried to scoop him up into the air again. However, at that instant, a powerful magic circle could be seen in the area surrounding George for just a moment. Faster than he could be scooped up by the spiderweb, George jumped, and with a sharp kick of the heel and a magnificent forward flip, he cut the shackles of that spiderweb apart. That smooth movement proved that he had possessed the power to escape from those shackles all along. He had willingly allowed himself to be bound by that web.
母さんのこれまでの恩を一つずつ痛みで相殺させてもらったよ。おかげで僕も親離れがきっちりとできそうだ。必要だね。たまには親子言動。
All according to cake.
ジョージ、私にどうしてそこまで逆らってあんな小娘と。
必要なのはやはり母さんの子離れのようだね。じゃあそろそろいいかな。
何がよ。
そろそろいいかな。反撃しても。
I will send you to Jesus.
The curtain of spiderwebs that Ava shot out in defense were all too slow. George weaved through them in one instant, and the next, he was right before her eyes. Ava jumped out of the way of a kick that would have knocked her feet out from under her, then blocked the second half of George's double roundhouse with a high kick of her own.
母さんの習い事で一つだけ感謝しているものがあるよ。
それは何曜日のかしら。
長期休暇のたびに集中的に習わされた武道教室の数々だよ。
嬉しいわジョージ。たった一つでも感謝してもらえるなんて。母さんは嬉しいわ。
That laughter is concerning. Ava's swift feet flashed like lightning. Low, 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 mid-level attack. As George's head fell forward, she caught it in both hands as though she was about to smash it against the ground. It was then met with Ava's knee as it rose like a bolt of lightning from the earth. Ooh.
ムエタイも習えばよかったのに。ジョージも一緒に習えばもっと楽しかったわ。
Yikes. Isn't that one of the more deadly martial arts?
そうだね。母さんと一緒に武道を学ぶときが一番楽しかったよ。
なら今が一番楽しいんじゃない？楽しいねジョージ、楽しいね。
楽しいかい母さん。息子と遊ぶのは。
楽しいわ。あなたは私の最愛の息子。私のお腹の中で優しく優しく愛してあげるわ。
Okay, can we stop with that? It's getting weird. Like, it was already weird to start, and it's just getting weirder.
あなたがお腹を蹴るのさ、愛おしい。
了解だ。だがその蹴りはお腹の外からになるけどね。
George's knee buried itself into Ava's abdomen. An instant before she felt the pain of that fierce attack, Ava watched her son's kick with a proud smile, and then vomited.
母さんももう年なんだから、いい加減そういう若い子向きの服は自重した方がいいんじゃないか。
ジョージ。
Just called his mom old. Oof. Her chin still covered in vomit, Ava looked up at George in twisted anguish. She could see how pathetic her face was by her reflection in his glasses.
母さんと僕一緒に子供時代とお別れしよう。さようなら母さん。
The The fierce lightning and rain made time freeze. Ava doesn't have a canonical age, exact age. It's about 50. Yeah. But still, to call his mom old. Oof. George's beautiful kick had stopped an inch from Ava's chest. However, the power of the red magic circle surrounding George had already pierced Ava's body. Though he had stopped without hitting her, blood poured out of Ava's back. No wound had been left on her chest, but her heart had been punched through. Ava slumped backwards and landed in a puddle with a splash. There were no convulsions. Her life had been ended without leaving her even an instant to writhe about in pain.
その辺にいるんじゃないかい。ガブ。
Oh? As he straightened his glasses, George spoke to the rose thicket behind him. Then a pitch-black hole opened in the air there, and Gop jumped out.
大したもんね。あのエヴァ・ベアトリーチェを継承前とはいえ打ち倒すなんて。
やはりいたか。余計なちょっかいを出さなくてありがとう。
So that was Ava Beatrice. Yeah.
親子水入らずで過ごせたよ。
I guess I didn't really pay attention to the nameplate. Did it call her Ava Beatrice or just Ava? Because I know in the text when I was reading it just called her Ava. Although I don't know if it really matters.
まさかいなかったわよ、私は。今あなたが私を召喚したんだわ。
Are they the same person, kinda? Yeah, I mean, I didn't know if there would be any point to not having them be the same. Like, well, I mean, Gop here said it was before her ascension. So she didn't really have all the power of Ava Beatrice, I guess? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
どっちでもいいさ。君にお願いがある。
Think you get what I mean? Okay, good. Because I'm confusing myself now. But yeah, weird, yeah. I sort of wonder, like, is this... Maybe this is in the other dimension? And it's just like a simulation? Or maybe this is the first death. I don't know.
聞く義理はあるの？
聞いてくれないのかい。
With his back still facing her, George reset his glasses. The threat in his voice held the solemn presence of a king who could control demons. That presence made Gop gulp, and she licked her lips before bowing respectfully to his back.
私はイケてる男が好きだけど、王女はもっと好きだわ。
This feels a lot like before when they fought. Are you ordering me? Are you refusing?
何なりとお命じを、魔王陛下。
Demon King. Mo.
後ろ宮家の当主に憧れ、その夢と猛襲に生きた彼女の亡骸をふ さわしい場所に安置してほしい。
じゃあ金蔵の書斎へ。
いや、貴賓室を
VIP room.
屋敷の2階のあの開かずの貴賓室。
So, is this the first kill then? I've never opened the VIP room on the second floor of the mansion. But then how do you know of it? And is when he says about the never opened VIP room on the second floor of the mansion, is that where the gold bar, that one gold bar, or was it like 3? I think it was 1. I don't know why I'm thinking 3. But yeah, is that... No, that's not the one with the gold bar? Okay. Huh.
あの部屋ね。了解したわ、ジョージ陛下。
Why the VIP room? Oh, it's the room in episode 2 where Beatrice stayed. Oh, okay. Man. It doesn't feel like it was that long ago. Huh. Gop approached Ava's corpse and lightly tapped the ground with her right heel. When she did, a large hole opened up, swallowed both Gop and the corpse, and closed. After a while, a small hole opened in the air, and the staff Ava always carried, marked with a one-winged eagle that symbolized the Ushiromiya family's leader, was spat out into a puddle. Because the corpse would no longer have any use for it. George slowly approached that staff and stepped down hard on the tip. When he did, the staff spun violently into the air, and after passing by the blue moon that honored the Demon King, it flew into George's outstretched hand. The instant he grasped it, another fierce lightning bolt landed nearby. So dramatic, yeah. And by the time the flash disappeared, the staff he held became a spray of gold butterflies and vanished. It was as though George had crushed the staff out of existence. Hmm.
自分の母さんを手にかけるなんて。
自分を世界で一番最初に愛してくれる人であり、そして一番最後に決別すべき人だ。それが家を出るということだよ。これが僕が作用をめとるために見せられる勇気だ。
ジョージ様。
あっぱれなり後ろ宮ジョージ。まずは見事であるぞ。
たとえゲーム上のこととはいえ、駒のこととはいえ、自分の母親を殺すのは愉快なことではないね。しかしそれが君たちの課す試練だと言うから僕は答えたよ。
Even though it was just within the game, even though it was just a piece. So he knows it's within the game, he knows that she's a piece, that just makes this even more confusing. What? So is this not the piece George? Because, I mean, originally he was on the game board. Or, well, I guess it's not necessarily that they don't know that they're pieces. Or, I mean, he could know that he's a piece and that she's a piece. I guess that wouldn't necessarily conflict. Because they're supposed to act like the original person. So, I mean, it wouldn't necessarily have to be another layer, I think. Like, I mean, Ange knew that she was a piece, and she went along with it. Have we had other people, like, know that they were pieces and do stuff? But yeah, so I could see George, well, I could see everybody here being a piece. Except for maybe, well, no, Beatrice is a piece as well, isn't she? Yeah. Virgilia? Yeah, I don't know how Virgilia works out. We haven't seen Virgilia for a while. Episode 3 specifically because she existed in the game board. Virgilia... Yeah... Well, but she was also outside of the game board, I think. I mean... Well, but she was like controlled by Beatrice, wasn't she? Because that was when she pretended to be our friend, but she wasn't actually. And then I hated that. Yeah. Well, yeah, Erika knows that she's a piece. That's true. She knows that she's a piece and that she, like, does stuff through Bernkastel. Episode 5, Beatrice. Yeah. It is weird though. I still don't know what to make of it. Huh. George stared at the two demons. The demons looked at each other, then showed their surprise with their now familiar exaggerated gestures. Subarashi!
そうだね、フルフル。ジョージ君の決意は本物だ。どうやら僕は君を見誤っていたようだね。謝るよ、許してほしい。
George chose not to go along with his theatrical conversation, or with this theatrical conversation. He just quietly looked down upon the game board, found the piece representing his mother, which was right next to his, and tipped it over. This was the trial that Zepar and Furfur had set for him. So that the love of the pair will stand true, offer up the life of one person by your own hands. It was similar to that trial during Beato's games, where they were given 3 options as part of a test to select the next family head. similar to the trial during Beato's game, so maybe this is a separate game board thing? Huh. Like maybe this does not tie into Beato's game? Or well, Battler's game in this place? Huh. However, a pair of lovers will never abandon each other's lives. So they were automatically left with the option of sacrificing the life of another instead. In fact, it was merciful that they only had to choose the life of one person other than themselves, instead of all. And besides, it only meant taking those lives as pieces on the board. For the versions of themselves to whom the game board was the only world, this was a tragic parricide. But to those who stood around the game board in this witch's smoking room, it was nothing more than a movement of the pieces, representing George's will to overcome his parents. However, the fact remained that the demons had ordered them to take these lives, even if it was just within one of the endless fragment worlds. George appeared to have distanced himself from the events on Demon's game board, but Jessica still seemed to resist the idea of stealing another person's life, even if it was only their life as a piece on the game board. Umineko.
バトラさんの望むベアトリーチェはこんなことでは臆したりしません。
さあ次は誰が試練に挑戦を？誰でもいい。次なる犠牲者を選び出してほしい。
誰でもいい。次なる挑戦者は名乗り出てほしい。
誰も名乗り出ないなら
僕の勝ちということだね。
そうなるわ。ならばおめでとう、後ろ宮ジョージ。
あなたとあなたの愛する人の恋の成就へ至る扉の鍵を。
ジョージ君。
僕たちは今こそ授けん。
待てよ。
Oh, Jessica's standing up now. As the demons delightedly named George as the victor, they were interrupted by the next challenger.
ジェシカさん。
次は私だぜ。いいぜ、やってやろう。私だってカノン君のことを半端に考えてるわけじゃねえってこと見せてやら。
Where am I at right now? Feeling confused, or are things coming together? I am still pretty confused. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I feel like I've pieced together little things, but I have no idea what the main points are. See, but when you play this, you were completely lost. Yeah, this especially has got me so confused with all the layers in episode 6. What is even going on anymore? But I still love it. Spoiler, Ava is Ava. The hint is on the way she speaks. I see. Fascinating. Six is funny because it's simultaneously the most enlightening and most confusing, in your opinion. I feel like there should be a lot of hints to grasp, but I don't know what I should be grasping. So yeah. I would, just from feel, I would agree with that. Hindsight is 2020, yeah. I simultaneously look forward to getting to the end, and also I'm gonna be sad when I get to the end, because I can tell it's gonna be great when we get to the end, and I'm like, oh my goodness, so this is how everything happened. Oh. At the same time, it's gonna be over then. I'm gonna be sad. Stalled so long on finishing this game because he never wanted it to be over. Yeah, this is definitely one of the best long stories I have ever read. It just keeps you engaged. You rush the game because you needed to know. There are two kinds of people. Played everything over like 2 months. Okay. Well, I think this is where I'm going to stop for today, because, I mean, scene transition, that's a good place to stop, and also, I should get ready for the technician, just in case they come earlier than they're supposed to. Like I said, it's a 4 to 6 window. I told them to come as close to 6 as possible, but I don't know if they're going to listen to that, so... Thanks for the stream. Thanks for being here and hanging out. It's always great to have people in here and chatting and having fun and all that. Experiencing pain together. Okay, so we save that. Yeah, like I said, I don't know if the internet's going to get fixed today. I would like to go back to regular evening stream schedules, but we'll see. If it does not get fixed, I'll see what I can do about afternoon streams. And should be at least able to do stuff on the weekend. Like, I gotta make sure I keep going with Library of Ruina and Umineko. I don't want to let those lag for multiple weeks like I did again. But anyway, if anyone is interested in social media, we've got links to Discord, Twitter, and YouTube there. Feel free to check them out. You can always find those under the channel in the About section or under the Socials banner. And like I said, I don't know what the stream schedule is going to be like this next week. We gotta see what happens today. But in the meantime, thanks for being here. Hope you all have a great rest of your day, night, whatever, wherever you are. Have a great rest of your weekend. And I'll see you around. Bye-bye.